I think it's partly frustration. I think it's partly that he knew he had lost some of the friends and supporters that he had. His appointment back in 2007 was always hugely controversial. He was strongly backed by President George W. Bush, partly, of course, as a reward for being such a fulsome ally in the invasion of Iraq. A lot of people in the region thought a man who stood shoulder to shoulder with George W. Bush in Iraq cannot bring genuine peacemaking skills to Israel-Palestine. There's been a lot of controversy about whether he was in fact too pro-Israeli, or that despite his criticism of settlements, there's a lot of criticism of his alleged commercial interests in the wider Middle East and whether they in fact were in direct conflict with his role. So he had plenty of enemies and a few supporters.
Given what you've said, will he be replaced? Is there still a role there?
That is far from clear. It looks as if the components of the quartet, which is the international group that he represented as Middle East envoy, that's to say the European Union, the United Nations, the US and Russia, will frankly re-examine the entire usefulness of the quartet, because, as I've been suggesting, so little has been achieved, arguably nothing has been achieved in the Israel-Palestine process in the past decade and more. So I think if the quartet re-examines its usefulness, it'll certainly think twice before rushing to have a new envoy.